Okay, welcome back to the channel. It is the end of my day and we're going to try to watch, I'm almost halfway through the second part of the magnificent Adah, Bonanza episode number 10 from the first season. And I have got a delicious dinner here. Let me show you that. I have got a chicken breast. That's probably about 3.5 or 4 ounces of just seared chicken breast. I made my famous, at least to me it's famous, white rice. I changed the recipe up and added a little bit of garlic and some green onions, and you can see the video of that was right before this. And I also made some Italian vegetables, and I'm not sure, these didn't quite come out the way I wanted them to, but they're still good. So both those videos are available before this food and conversation. So here we go. And I used to eat a chicken breast, seared chicken breast, usually with fried baby red potatoes, and I would use quite a bit of Lowry's seasoning salt on those. And I also kind of invented a dipping sauce. Heinz 57 sauce, A1 steak sauce, and a little bit of Tabasco. And it makes a really nice dipping sauce. And just a little bit goes a long way. So quickly, let me show you how much of this I'm going to use. Very, very little, actually. So we get some 57 in there. Like I said, just a little bit goes a long, long ways. And you can just do the 57 or just the A1 or both of those combined. And about equal amounts of those, right about there. And then I like to take 3 or 4 drops, or 2 or 3 in this case, of Tabasco. There we go. And that'll give it a little bit of spice. I'm sure millions of people have done this exact same dipping sauce with just these simple little condiments, and I think it's actually pretty good. And like I said, just a little bit goes a long ways. It's delicious with fried baby red potatoes or any kind of potatoes, or some of this delicious rice. That rice came out good. I think I need to add maybe a little bit more garlic the next time I make it. And the vegetables. Zucchini with tomatoes. That came out pretty good as well. So before we cut into our pieces of seared chicken, we'll get the camera back up here and get started on Bonanza. We left off at 18 minutes. I'm going to try to finish this today. All right, here we go.
Can you?
Please.
Oh, I got it turned up way too high.
I won't make any promises, Adah.
As you can see, I am not dressed very warmly.
Celebrate our reunion some other time.
I got very, very cold after I got home from my morning walk today, because it was down to about 26 degrees. So I cranked the heat up, and I've been cold all day, but I have finally started warming up, and I'm just in kind of regular clothes here. All right, but we'll turn the heat down. Alrighty, here we go. Having a good dinner here.
How did you get in here?
This is a good dinner. John C. Regan, former heavyweight champ.
That rude that just left, could he make you feel like that?
Get out of here before I call the manager.
No, trouble. You don't want any more trouble, do you, Adah? Who is he?
Ben Cartwright, an old friend.
Piece of chicken with a little bit of the dipping sauce.
It won't work again, John. Ben's an old friend, nothing more.
Well, seeing you two at the door, I got a different impression.
If you have any idea of blackmailing Ben or getting any more money,
That dipping sauce is really good.
then it'd kill you first. I'm broke, John. That's why I revived the Mazeppa.
Well, I understand you're on top, Ada. Or you should never have retired from the stage and denied your public. Oh, I saw the way those miners were looking at you tonight.
You filth.
Attention all Xbox gamers. Streaming never changes because you can now stream games from your Xbox.
I need to stop complaining about commercials because that's just part of YouTube.
I won't be bought off this time. You're never going to get rid of me again.
Get out of here.
But when you change your mind, I won't be far away.
Brought your horse over from the livery stable, just like you asked, Mr. Cartwright.
Oh, thank you, Billy. So take him back to the stable. Set him down for the night out the side of the stable.
This is a good dinner. I used to eat this 3 or 4 times a week for quite a few years. Seared chicken breast and baby red potatoes. I would like to have those red potatoes again,
Adam, I've been thinking about Paul and that woman.
but they require quite a bit of salt.
I don't like it now. Paul ain't got no experience with them actresses. Leastwise, none he ever talked about.
Well, I guess he can handle it.
I thought I told you to bring Paul along. Paul didn't come home last night. Just now, Hop Singh said he's closing in town.
What for?
He's moved into the International House.
Where that woman staying?
Yeah, and that ain't all. Last night they had champagne in her rooms. And tonight, Hop Singh says Paul's having her over to the house for supper.
What'd I tell you, Adam?
What do you make of it, Adam?
Well, she sure works fast. Guess we better have a little talk with our pa.
I haven't seen this for a while. I'm trying to remember. Well, now, obviously,
Over 1,000 square
we're having
miles
dinner.
of the finest timber and grazing land west of Salt Lake. At last count, we had more than 10,000 head of cattle grazing in the lowlands.
It's an empire, Ben. And you think it all belongs to you.
And the boys.
The boys are being kind
They're very
of
fine boys.
standoffish.
Oh, they'll do.
I envy you, Cartwrights. Must be wonderful living so close to the land.
Well, we have our problems. Protecting what's ours from outsiders.
You do that very well, I imagine.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I think I cooked my chicken breast a little bit too much. It's a little dry. And about that much dipping sauce on there really changes it up.
all the time.
Well, that makes it official, Ada. You're part of the family now. Oh, I better get you to the theater. Hop Singh, bring the carriage around to the front, please.
No eat dessert. Hop Singh fix special.
Well, Miss Macon has a performance to give tonight. Now, come on, get the carriage around.
Rush, all the time, rush around, lick at the split.
It's delightful.
He needs a woman's discipline. We all do, eh, boys?
Looks like they're having a great big prime rib there.
We'll be seeing each other again soon, I hope.
Goodbye, Miss Macon.
Hey, Paul.
Yes?
Paul, we don't talk to you, Paul. Private like.
Can't it keep?
No, Paul.
I'll wait for you in the carriage, Ben.
Well, what is it? Out with it.
Paul, promise you ain't gonna get mad now.
Well, what's on your mind? Speak up.
Well, it's about what's been happening to you, Paul.
Yeah, Paul, we know you're still a young man, and, well, you must get lonely sometimes, and well, I know you're sick and tired of having us around, but, well, we...
You know what your brothers are trying to say to us?
Now, Paul, you promise not to get mad.
You speak out plain.
Yeah, I definitely seared my chicken too long.
Boy, she's an actress.
I see. So that's what's been troubling you three all evening. You don't think Miss Mencken is good enough for your father? Well, let me tell you something. Ada Mencken is all the woman that a man could want. And I'm very proud to be seen in her company.
Yeah, but Pa, she's...
Don't say it, Adam. Now, don't you boys think that I'm old enough to take care of myself?
No, we're just doing it for your own good.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And now, with your permission, I'll accompany Miss Mencken back to town.
Well, ain't we a bunch of fools?
Wow, your skin's amazing.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Miss Ada, I told him not to go in, but he went right in anyway.
Find Ben Cartwright. Tell him not to wait, that you'll escort me back to the hotel.
But Miss Ada,
Never mind, just find him and tell him.
Yes, ma'am.
Adam, I didn't know you were coming to tonight's performance.
I didn't come to see the performance. I think you know why I'm here.
Yes, I think I do. Don't you think your father is a wise enough man to take care of himself?
Look, Ada, you have your way of life. We have ours.
You also speak for your brothers?
In this case, yes.
Tell me, Adam, when did you first decide I was a bad woman? When you saw me with your father, or when you saw me on the stage? What are you afraid of, Adam?
What makes you think I'm afraid?
You came here to say something to me, why don't you say it?
I don't think words are necessary. You know what I mean.
Honestly, this rice is really plenty salty. The garlic really helped it to kind of achieve that salt flavor.
Now, at least we understand each other.
And certainly we know garlic is much better for us older people.
Adam, what happened?
What'd she say? None of your business. Hey, what's eating here?
Well, I mean, older people don't
This older
usually
brother didn't make out so well.
eat garlic.
What are we gonna do, little Joe? We gotta help Mom.
Yeah, well, you know, it takes a red-blooded man to persuade a woman.
Yeah.
Now here goes little Joe he's gonna try to sweep her off her feet.
You gotta shave and some clean clothes.
My mom spent the last 10 or so years in an assisted living. And talk about bland food. But of course, you know,
I didn't order anything.
Compliments, Mr.
when you get older, you don't taste as good, and
How sweet of
or
Mr.
your
Cartwright.
tasting is not so good. Oh, it didn't sound right,
To
did
a
it?
lovely lady clothed in the light of her own
But
beauty. Joe Carter.
yeah, things just don't taste right. Taste buds don't
At your
work so
service,
good.
Miss Mencken.
Little
But
Joe.
I tell you, the food there was
Just Joe,
just
man.
so ding dong
You
bland.
Cartwrights have a flair for the unexpected.
I think when you get to know this Cartwright a little bit better, man, you won't be surprised.
I haven't lost that ability yet, so I
Man, I used to take,
still like things a
You take
little
my brother Adam. Now, he's a dependable.
spicy. In
He's
fact,
a
I'm
warrior.
gonna be trying curry
And
chicken
then
pretty
his
soon.
horse. My horse is just
Not
plain
yet,
horse.
but we'll be doing some curry
What
chicken
about your father?
Papa?
and some.
Papa never changes.
Oh,
He's-
my next
he's the
surprise! I won't
same
tell you
year
what it
in,
is.
year
You'll
out.
just see it in the next video.
You've
So
got
let's
everything
move
pretty
back
much
to
figured out,
Bonanza.
haven't you?
In fact, I might tackle that one tomorrow.
I guess Pa's had
The
his
next
day.
food surprise.
Of course, that was when he was much younger.
I'm gonna put it this way: it
And
won't
now
be
you
curry
think you should be
chicken.
retired into the background.
I'm not prepared to do that one yet.
We don't have to talk about him, do we?
No, we don't. Why don't you pour the champagne?
I believe little Joe's gonna get his face slapped. You can just tell that look on her face. Maybe I'm wrong. But we saw who was out there watching, knows that Mojo's up there.
You're a very handsome man, Joe.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you have many girls?
Yeah, quite a few.
Are they wild about you?
Yeah, some of them are.
They're fools. Letting you out of their sight.
Here, let me fill your glass.
Well, there's plenty of time. We've got the whole evening ahead of us.
Hey,
I
how
thought
would you
she
like to
slapped
do
his
something?
face.
At a time like this, you're wonderful, Joe.
Maybe not.
You make a woman feel at ease. Yet wanted. I'm glad you came.
Hey, boy, you know, it's getting hot in here now.
Perfect.
Miss Macon.
Ada.
Ada, look, I don't want you to get the wrong idea about why I
Oh,
came.
I haven't got the wrong idea. I know exactly why you're here. And I won't disappoint you. You get everything you deserve.
Hey, what was that for?
Teach you a lesson you obviously needed.
And Miss Macon, I can explain.
I ought to have you horsewhipped, coming in here with the ideas you had.
Listen, I only did it for Paul.
Yeah, I guess she didn't slap
What kind of woman
him.
I am?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Let me tell you, little Joe. Your father moved into this hotel to protect me from someone out of my past. And for no other reason.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't know that. This is something between my pa and you, and I'm sorry I made a fool out of myself.
You Cartwrights are quite a family.
Is that Pa?
He usually checks to see if I'm all right. You better go. Look, through here.
What about the champagne, the flowers?
Don't worry. I won't tell him you were here.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about myself.
You're sweet.
Hurry.
Oh, what a sweetie he is.
Just a minute, Ben.
Where is he?
Not Ben.
Where'd the Cartwright kid go? I know he's here.
You're drunk.
Well, you always did know, didn't you, Ada?
Look at yourself, brawling in saloons and in back alleys.
All right, don't change the subject. Where did the kid go?
He isn't here. Why do you do it, Joe? And why do you act this way? You could still be champion of the world if you wanted to be.
It's all in the past, so forget it.
I can't forget it. I remember what you were like, but how things used to be between us. Now I have to listen to them say you're all washed up.
Well, I can still handle myself. You ought to see the respect in their faces when I finish beating up one of these rubes.
You're still the big man, aren't you?
Well,
What a
I'm not
dinner.
ready. Now, where did the kid go?
Even though I overcooked the chicken, it was still very,
I'll
very
give them to you
good.
if you promise you'll leave town without causing any trouble.
Oh, I won't complain about him anymore.
Are you a low-income American on food stamps or Medicaid? If so, you are now up.
Take
You know, I was never able to court you with champagne here. But I didn't have 3 sons to do my lovemaking for me either.
get out of here.
Must make you feel like a queen, Ada. Hasn't Cartwright proposed to you yet?
He hasn't any intentions of marrying me.
That's not quite true, Ada.
Uh-oh.
Make a move, Regan. So, kid,
Well, I'm not armed, Cartwright.
Don't interfere, Ben.
I'm asking you to be my wife, Ada. That gives me every right to interfere. Regan,
Oh, Ben.
morning stage to Salt Lake. Well, get yourself a gun. Now get out.
I will settle this, Cartwright. My way. If you won't shoot an unarmed man,
I'll give you the same chance you give that miner.
it was a fair fight. Ask his partner. Ask anybody in the bar.
Get out. Move.
I hope you know what you're doing, Cartwright.
Little Joe, how'd you make it?
I don't say anything else about Adah Menken.
What you want? I ain't even opened my mouth.
Yeah, well, just don't. Go on, finish your beer. I'll see you outside.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Start getting exciting now. Starts getting exciting.
My name is Regan. John C. Regan. Remember that when your pa asks.
Sure.
What guy's a brute?
Now, you're one of those Cartwrights, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Most people just call me Hoss. I don't think I've had the pleasure.
I drink for the house on John C. Regan.
Yes,
That wasn't very nice.
Well, I've known you a long time, Adah. You know, I've thought of you often. Read about you. Wondered what had happened to you. And seeing you here.
Ben, you're a lonely man. Maybe you're mistaking loneliness for love.
But what about you? Now, how long will you be content to go on running away from yourself, from Regan?
What do you think your sons would say if you married the notorious Adah Menken?
My sons? What do my sons have to do with it?
You're a very close family, Ben. I wouldn't want to change that.
Well, my boys need a woman around the house as much as I do.
Boys? They're not boys, Ben. They're grown men. Maybe little Joe or Haas would accept me, but Adam...
Well, Adam is hard-headed, but he's my son.
Yes, I know.
What do you mean?
He came to visit me backstage. He's very much your son.
Jack, you step.
It's Swisher time.
He uses TheraBreath Healthy Gums mouthwash to help fight gingivitis for 24 hours.
And it's not burning, so that heat's
Sorry, I had to walk away from the screen.
You're a very desirable woman, Adah.
Thank you, Ben. You're a wonderful man. But I'd rather settle for half a life than come between you and your sons.
Half a life. That's all you've ever had.
Maybe that's all I understand. Maybe it's best I'm leaving tonight for San Francisco.
I wish I'd been able to ask you before those little boys became men.
Perhaps you can see how I said in the beginning that this episode did have some boring parts. And it does. But it's about to get pretty exciting.
I'll be checking out shortly. Would you prepare my bill, please?
Yes, sir, Mr. Cartwright.
Paul, somebody mind here beat little Joe to death.
And down to the city.
Who is he?
That gash over his optic nerve. Your brother may be blinded, Adam.
Anybody know who did it?
Little joking, Jay.
He's coming too. Easy, son. Now don't try to move. Can you see me?
Bronk?
Don't try to talk. Everything's gonna be all right. If you can see me, blink your eyes.
Oh, my battery's almost completely dead.
If you
I
can
hope
see
we can make it to the very end.
Blink your eyes 2 times. It's good, son. It's good.
Okay, I'm afraid my battery is not going to make it to the end. It's already about to shut off. So let's end that at 46. At 40, we got 6 minutes to go. And I will come back tomorrow during breakfast or lunch and finish this off. It's the ending is where the big fight scene is at that I remember so well. And by the way, I didn't mention it, but I slept in my recliner last night because of RLS, and I might end up with RLS again tonight. And if I do, I'll grab the camera and do a little RLS, what it's like to sleep in the reclining chair while having RLS. So. But for now, that'll be it. I will come back with the remaining part of this episode and